Hello, hi, I'm Gina for Relationship Talk tonight. Yes. Who said loving is easy? And who said loving will always just make you happy? It's always a combination of laughter and tears, joy and sadness, and so many possibilities. But it is wonderful to love, yes, definitely, and you must keep on loving. Well, sometimes you make the mistake, sometimes you get to love the wrong person, and in many cases it happens that way. There are many factors, there are many reasons for that. And then when you break off, it is not easy to say just forget him. Impossible. Because you have loved the person, you have felt that person, you have touched that person. So it is not that easy to just let go. So, how are you? How are you? I'm going to ask you really, how are you? Hmm. Are you still gloomy? Are you still waiting? Are you still hoping? Are you still what? What? But how about your heart? How about yourself? Because sometimes we just focus on that person and you forgot that your best friend is yourself. Yes, your best friend is yourself. And you yourself had been suffering for so long and had been like, be patient, be understanding towards others. But you've never understood yourself. And sometimes it takes much time to be able to get to know oneself. You have to get to know yourself because it's very difficult to deal with others if you don't understand yourself. You have to. And it also helps when you get to know yourself better, then maybe you can also find the right person that is supposed to be a better match. Yes, a better match. Maybe not a perfect match, but a better match for you. So that that person could also reciprocate or also take care of you or also love you for however, but I hope it is sincere and nice and wonderful, right? So I know there are so many who cannot get over. It takes time, really. And the only thing that you must try to push is if you could get over it fast, because if you take too long, sometimes you miss a lot in life. Remember, life is short, but life is beautiful. The whole thing is beautiful. All those mistakes, all those colors, all those stories, these makes life beautiful. When we talk about how beautiful life is, it doesn't mean it's perfect. It doesn't mean that you did perfect. It doesn't mean that you made the right choices all the time. It's possible you made the wrong choice, but you've got to get going. It can't be just like feel like dying just because the person left, or feel like dying just because the person has someone else. Well, it really hurts. It does. It really can make you so mad, and it can really disappoint you. It can also it's also possible that you tell yourself you will never love again. It's possible. But it may be because right now you're emotionally challenged. That's why you're saying such things. But there is always hope. There is always a reason behind that. Sometimes when it happens, we never realize why, or we never understand why. But it's only years later when things happen and some things come up that you realize, okay, now I understand. Now I know why I had to lose that person. Then you understand. But as of now, if you're hurting right now, impossible. If you're hurting right now, pray. If you're hurting right now, get a notebook and pen and write down all the new plans that you have. If you have reached that point that it's really like really a real goodbye, the person doesn't want to talk to you, the person doesn't reply to you, the person doesn't even show himself to you, and no matter what kind of messages you send, he doesn't care, then you have to start caring for yourself. Again, I'll say, life is short, but life is beautiful. It's how you make the most out of it. If it was a mistake, maybe, but maybe it's one way to get over when you say to yourself, it was not a mistake. It was an experience that I had to go through. And when you say that to yourself, then you can get better more. without all the tears. You can get better. I just remembered something, that's why I'll. Okay, so sometimes it's like that. So sometimes when you talk and you remember, oh wow, it happened to me too. Yes, it happened to me too. So you will get over it. But for now, okay, if you need to cry it out, if you need, but the less people you get to be, the less people you talk to, the less people you involve in this thing, the better. It would be good if you just spend more time with yourself. Yes. Of course, you should have your closest friends, but just the closest friend. You don't have to keep explaining to everyone. You really don't have to keep explaining to everyone. You don't have to tell everyone about it, because sometimes they might just hurt you. Sometimes they might just say something so tactlessly, not knowing that you are so sensitive about it. So sometimes you just have to keep to yourself, keep the dignity to yourself, and weigh things over, evaluate, and get over it as soon as possible. Yes, get over it. I'm sure you are a wonderful person. I'm sure you are one. I'm sure you're kind, you're loving, you're sweet. I'm sure you have the best qualities possible. But maybe it wasn't the right match. Maybe he just had he has some weaknesses, just like you too have some weaknesses. Maybe it wasn't meant at all. So when things like that happen, when it's beyond your control, what else is left? Yourself. That's the best thing. So you have yourself to take care of. You have to be the first person to validate yourself. It doesn't matter if he says it or not. It doesn't matter if it says something else. It doesn't matter if he believes in something else. You don't need to keep proving to him. You don't need to keep defending yourself. Now that you're free, now that you can have the time to just talk to yourself and plan something for yourself. And the sooner you feel better, the sooner some surprises will come your way. Ah! Okay, so that's for relationship talk today. And I hope you will feel better as soon as possible. Bye bye.